The story you're speaking of escapes my mind at the moment, but Dan's stories run the gamut of absurd to sad to funny to hilarious. And the one I'm going to tell you right now is probably one of the more hilarious stories. We're coming back from the Ray, and it was about 2:33 in the morning, and we're coming up 125 right by the courthouse. Going through the lights, there was a car that blew through a red light and almost T-boned us at the intersection. So Dan stops, the guy stops, and we're sitting in the middle of this four-way intersection. Dan jumps out of the car and goes over to the guy's window. Then I hear, "You're drunk!" So Dan reaches in through the window, grabs the guy by the shirt, punches him in the face, and rips his sweater. The guy just fell over like a sack of potatoes because he was so messed up. His foot came off the brake, and he rolled down the hill into Dan's car, and it was this slow speed crunch, but it did so much damage to his brand new car. And I got out of the car and I just started laughing. Well, as things end up, the police were called and they came. They talked to the guy, and then they said they don't have enough evidence to do a field sobriety test. So they let him go. Well, the guy took Dan to court for assault. They go in front of the judge, and Dan offered to pay for the ripped sweatshirt, ended up getting out of it for about it was about $60, as I recall. He gave the guy $60 if it would go away, and the guy ended up dropping the charges. So, yeah, really, really funny stuff, but it was so typical, but this one was typical to the nth degree.